What's up everyone, I'm Steph and this is the second episode of my vlog about the IVF, the in vitro fertilization program that I'm going through. The first episode was about explaining what my PCOS is, which is why we decided to go and try the IVF. The second episode is gonna be about the second appointment that we had at the fertility clinic. That was basically a scan. If you wanna check the rest of the episodes, you can find them here in the information button and also down here on the info box. If you wanna go straight directly to a topic that you are more interested about, just click on the topic in the index that I created in the info box. The second appointment that I had at the fertility clinic was basically a scan, an internal scan that they ran on me to make sure to check my ovaries, my uterus and things like that. I had so many scans before this one, but I wanted to run their own just to make sure that everything made sense with what they gathered from the Royal Berkshire Hospital that treated me before going to this fertility clinic. The scan went well in the sense that they were able to measure my ovaries, to check them, to make sure that my uterus was okay and things like that. The nurse had to call a doctor to check on my endometrius, the lining inside the uterus, because it was so thin that she wasn't able to check it and to measure it. Normally the minimum thickening of the lining is 7 to 10 millimeters and mine was like 2-3 millimeters. On the other hand, my ovaries were okay and there wasn't like a very evident sign of PCOS around. There were 5 follicles on one ovary and 8 follicles on the other, which is sort of a normal range, but they were very little, so also the nurse and the doctor were skeptical about the possibility to release an egg and to get an ovulation also in this case. Then they explained to me what the next step will be, which is basically the third appointment before starting the actual IVF procedure with all the hormones and things like that. I will be having this appointment with a nurse in a couple of weeks' time with my husband, and the nurse is going to explain to me how this procedure will work. They are gonna give me some injections that I have to do on myself, on me, and these injections are basically hormones. These hormones are going to make me release a number of different eggs, so up to I think 8 to 15. So while the previous drugs were aiming to make me ovulate and release at least one egg, that's gonna be massive, and this is going to make sure that I'll have enough eggs to collect. So after like 12 days or things like that, they're gonna sedate me and they will take those eggs out of my body. Then they will fertilize them with my husband's sperm, and then the good eggs are gonna be put back. When you check on the internet, you always find the worst stuff. Like the first thing that I found out when googling IVF procedures, injections and things like that was the side effects. Since these injections are like super big hormones bombs, my ovaries are going to sort of grow. So now my ovaries are like that, the biggest, and according to the internet, they will be growing the size of a grapefruit. A grapefruit, like a grapefruit. Ovary, grapefruit. Ovary, grapefruit. So this is going to stay in my tummy. Not one, but two. So my ovaries are going to be like that. So where should I put them? Like this way, like this way. So I'm gonna grow big like that. So from here I'm gonna be super like big. So one of the side effects that I read on the internet was bloating, but I don't think this is gonna be bloating. I think this is gonna be ovaries turning into grapefruits, and this is no good. Anyways, this scares the shit out of me because I don't like feeling heavy, and I don't like knowing that my ovaries are gonna be like that, and I'm so scared. I hope that during the next appointment the nurse will reassure me and tell me that this grapefruit, I mean that I'm okay with lemons, but no grapefruit. I mean, I'm 5 feet tall. Is having 2 grapefruits instead of ovaries inside me, that would be too much. I think also that they would be very painful because they're gonna stretch. They're gonna, as far as I understood, those injections will help also my linings to get thicker, to make sure that the embryo that they will implant will be able, to stay there and not, to create a miscarriage or something like that. The fact that I have to wait for so long, it's stressful because now it's like I'm in a limbo in between things to do, and time is like it's never passing. Also because I am not sure that the procedure will be starting as soon as I have this appointment, because I have to run also some blood tests for HIV and hepatitis. These tests last only 3 months, and they have to be valid during the embryo implantation. They want me to do these tests right before starting with the procedure, but I have to have my blood checked, and then the hospital will take around 2 weeks to send the results to the fertility clinic. That means that the beginning of my procedure, my injections, will be pushed back for 2 weeks at least after my appointment. That means also that again I'm in this limbo when I really don't know what is going to happen to me, and I don't know if this treatment will work, and I don't know if this treatment is gonna take a toll on me. I know that I don't need to be worried about anything, but it's the waiting game that's killing me. And I read on the internet that it's also normal, but still I have to push some coping behaviors that I've never tried, and I am considering this like a sort of exercise for what's going to happen going forward with the procedure. And that's it for me for the episode. There wasn't really much to talk about. A scan is just a scan. I know that I have to have faith on this, but I mean, only one way to find out in a couple of weeks' time. So yeah, let's see what happens, and I'll see you in the next episode, hopefully. Bye.